Hey everyone, and welcome to another round of questions and answers with Mamas Uncut, where you send us your questions about motherhood, parenting, relationships, and we give you the best advice possible. And don't worry, all of the questions you send in always remain anonymous. Again, we're welcoming back Lisa and Mindy. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Ready to answer some more questions?
As always.
All right.
Bring it on.
My in-laws won't stop kissing my baby on the forehead. Am I overreacting? I cannot stand it when people kiss my baby. She is 7 months old, and every time the in-laws come around, they kiss her forehead. I have expressed that I do not like this, and I'm constantly wiping her down with a wipe after they do it. Am I overreacting by acting this way?
Love this is probably a first-time parent.
Yes.
I remember those days very well and can empathize a bit with what she's feeling. From her perspective, I think to defend her a little bit, and I do have another side of it, I think that if you're the parent, you should be able to set boundaries with what's okay and what's not okay with your child, because it's your child, right? But on the flip side of it, kissing on the forehead is actually a great place to kiss a baby, or on the hair, because it doesn't actually transfer germs to any place that gets into, your nose or your mouth. It's not kissing them on the lips or right on the cheeks next to, I don't know. I think it's a pretty mild offense to get riled up about, and maybe just saying, hey, could you kiss him on the hair? Or I don't know if there's another way to adjust it a little bit so everybody's happy, but it seems like a minor offense. But at the same time, I remember those days well. I remember the stress of being a first-time parent and your child getting sick and being, just all sorts of crazed about it. So yeah, I feel for this mom, but I think that at the end of the day, it's not too huge of a deal. And this is coming from in a pandemic. And I have a 10-month-old, so I understand that. But if it's people in the family, if it was strangers, I'd be like, get your lips off my child. Do not even get close to my child. Yes. But if it's people that are generally healthy and around your family, I don't see a huge problem with it. But I wonder how her husband thinks this situation is. That's something I would like to know, how he feels about it, if she's overreacting or if he agrees with her.
Yeah.
So, again, I have a different perspective for a couple of reasons. One, I'm not a germaphobe, and I very much believe kids need the crap I was exposed to when I was a kid, and I used to run around with no shoes on outside when it was freezing cold. I did whatever, and definitely was not smart or safe as a kid in terms of, washing my hands, doing any of these things. And I do actually believe there's value in exposing your kid at a medical and scientific level to germs, and these big germaphobes who keep everything away from their kids, I actually think does a disservice to the kids down the road, especially when they get into school. So that's one. But I think for me, the bigger issue is babies need, and this is from the baby's perspective, babies need love and attention and cuddling. And so she's basically saying the only person who can really love and cuddle her kid are her and her husband. And that's, I think in the long run, that also does a disservice to the baby, right? Because you want your child to grow up loving their grandparents. You want them to grow up loving their aunts and uncles and other people that are really meaningful in the family. And kissing a baby on the forehead, I think is one way to do that. So yeah,
I could totally see that. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I grew up in a really small town, and I don't think from the age of 1 to 17, hardly ever wore shoes. I wore them to school. That was about it. I was, a little bit of a tomboy as well. So I rolled around in the mud and that was just a thing. And I think it wasn't until the pandemic that I realized how little I wash my hands. Like I'm calling myself out, but like, I was like, oh, I need to wash my hands. And I was like, oh my God, do people do this sans pandemic? Because I never did this. But yeah, I think she's just getting, to me, it sounds like more of a, she just doesn't enjoy the affection part. Maybe it's not even the germ part. So yeah, I think it's just, they're her grandparents. So of course they're going to love on them. And, one of the best things about the baby is their just natural smell too. So it's just like something you inherently just like, you hold a baby and you just like want to smell them. I don't know if that comes off weird, but
no, you saying it makes me want to go pick up my 10-month-old and like,
yeah. So, yeah, I think it's just something she just, I mean, again, like you were saying, first time mom, you just want everything to be perfect, but yeah, I think it's just something you need to take a little bit of a step back and be like, am I doing this because of me or because it's like really benefiting my child by putting these like rules in place?
It's hard. There's an anxiety that comes with being a first time parent, and it's hard to set it down sometimes. So,
and don't forget to send in more of your questions. Bye guys.